Hi everyone, I hope that you are doing well. So just wait for a second. Right, fine. So let us go ahead. Right. So today we'll be discussing about fine. So let us go ahead. The editorials of the Hindu newspaper and the Business Standard. So booming stock prices and ailing economy. So there is a paradox is this. Paradox means one side you are seeing that prices of these stocks are increasing. Okay, means the companies which are selling their shares, their prices are continuously increasing. So you can understand that there is more investment, okay, in the country, and that could have what multiplier effect, like more investment, more employment, poverty reduction, economic development. Okay, so we are expecting in that way, but it is not happening. Okay, we are in our country, we are seeing a scenario where the prices of the stocks are increasing, but economy is not recovering to that same phase. This is called as paradox. Okay, means ये ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है? Okay, generally speaking, it should go hand in hand, but that is not happening in our country. This is taken from the Business Standard newspaper, and demonetization a debacle. This particular editorial is taken from the Hindu newspaper, presented by me, Sayyid Shuriatullah. Let us go ahead. So main question that could be framed on that booming stock market prices. Okay, so the question can come in this way: the boom, or you can also, they will also ask you like this, the surge. Okay, the boom or surge in stock market does not necessarily bring recovery in overall aiding economy. Discuss the factors and establish a correlation between rising stock market and its impact on economy recovery. So very sophisticated, very what I say is a difficult question, I can say. Okay, those who are having a very good knowledge about how the interest rates and how the government policies will influence the stock prices of the companies, if they are able to have these kind of concepts cleared, and the interrelationship among them, then only they can do this particular answer. Otherwise it is very hard to attempt this question also and waste your time. So it is better that when you are able to establish a relation, then when you are able to when you are having these concepts clear, then only you have to go ahead with your answer. Okay, otherwise, right, try to attempt other questions, then come further at the end, if you have some time. Okay, it's basically a pure like inter related concept with regard to different aspects of the economy. Let us go ahead how we are going to answer it. I will also tell about this. So booming stock market and ailing economy in India. In India, the stock market prices are surging, increasing. Stock market prices are nothing but Dr. Reddy's have released their IPOs, initial public offerings, nothing but initially the first time Dr. Reddy's, a pharmaceutical company, they have released their shares for the very first time, and and people were asked to invest in this particular shares, and nothing but they want the Dr. Reddy's, the company wants the people to buy their shares, and with that what will happen, the Dr. Reddy's can raise money, okay, from the market. Okay, we are all market only. Market is nothing but a place where buying and selling happens, so Dr. Reddy's is selling their share and we are buying. So we are actually, when we are doing it inside the India, we call it as internal market. And if the same shares are being bought by any foreign company or any foreign institution like Apple, etc., any organization like other foreign organization, then it is called as external market. Okay, right. So here in India, what is happening, my dear students, stock market prices are increasing. Generally what happens in a normal economy, if the stock market prices are increasing, it is very very good. Why? Because okay, the companies can get more revenues. The company can get what? The companies can raise more investments. Okay, more investments, and they can use this money whichever is given by the public. Okay, they can use this money and go for another expansion. They will put another important another factories. They will go on establishing new factories, and when new companies are being established, you know that these companies and factories will work with the help of what? Employment only, obviously. So new employment will be created and poverty will be reduced. Okay, then obviously standard of living, we will go towards the concept of welfare state. This is a normal phenomena. Okay, this is a normal phenomena. Fine. So in the same way, we have to see the same phenomena recently also, but that is not happening. Stock market prices are surging to new highs. Means my one share is, instead of going for 100 rupees, it is going for 200 rupees. For every share I am getting 100 rupees extra, so I am getting more and more money for my business expansion or not? Yes. Okay, but what is happening, though this trend is seen, but economy is not doing very well. Overall economy is not doing very well. It is not bringing any improvement in the quality of life. It is not bringing excess circulation of money in the market. It is not bringing excess improved saving rates in the banks. It is not happening like this. Okay, so why is it then? The author has clearly said that there are a lot of very very beautiful relations are there. Okay, that one should definitely know in order to properly comprehend the relationship between the booming stock market and the ailing economy. Right. Usual trend, that stock ought to represent the present value of future corporate profits. Okay, so what is this statement means? Let us decode this statement. It is saying that, suppose IQRA IAS is there. Right? So it has released its IPO. 100% it is owned by and 100% all the shares, the ownership rests with our chairman, sir. So he owns the 100% of IQRA IAS, but because he wanted to go for expansion, what he has done is he has released IPOs, initial public offering. Nothing but he wanted to disinvest his ownership, like 20%. Suppose every share is like 1000 rupees. Every share is like 1000 rupees. Like that, 2 lakh shares has been released by our chairman, sir. Okay, 2 lakh shares, and every share will be 1000. But what is happening? Instead of 1000, we have, this is a base price. This is what the IQRA the IQRA Institute have thought that, okay, 1000 is minimum price that we are putting it, and based on supply and demand, it can increase and it can decrease, but we wanted to sell at 1000 rupees. But what happened, instead of 1000, our prices, our shares are being sold at 2000, like that. So it is increasing. So whatever the investment the IQRA IAS want to raise, they are getting more or not? Yes, They are getting more or not? Yes. If these prices are increasing, as an investor, what do you feel in your mind? Oh my god, this is a company, this is a company, this is the institute that I have to bank upon. Why? Because this institute may be so reputed, it is having so much quality, it is having so much of credibility, it is having so much of reliability, it is having so much of very good faculties are there, proper coaching will be done. That's why the prices are going high and people are buying their shares. So you will get this kind of confidence, right or wrong, because the shares value is increasing and you will have that particular notion that if share value increases, the particular company is having more credibility in the market. You will assume in that way, right or wrong. So your present value of your shares will generally, the people understand that in future they will get lot of corporate profits. This company will be definitely getting lot of profits, and in future that profits will be shared with the shareholders. Like that you will think or not? Yes. So generally stock market and the prices, they show that their present value, means whether they are sold at 1000, if they are sold at 2000, if they are sold excess of their base prices, the people will think that the company will definitely do the profits, and these profits will be shared with the shareholders, and they can get the more returns. They can get more returns on their investment. That is a general notion, right or wrong. Usual trend is this. Usual trend, when you see the hike in the shares, this is how a person will imagine. It has also been observed that repeatedly, it is very common process that current profits and profits in the near future tend to be overemphasized. It is a very common business phenomena in the stock market that whenever the company releases its shares, it always says that it is going to do profits in near future, you will get more money, like that. In that way, the talk of the town will be always be there. So they generally emphasize that now the company's profits are very good, and in future the company's profits will be more better, so investing in our company is not a problem at all. So a positive message will be sent across the fraternity. Okay, with that, what happened? To attract what? More investment. Okay, that's why it is now these profits, now the companies are making more profits. Okay, why? We are going to know in a bit. A part of this is simply cyclical. Whatever happened here, whatever I have told here, it is a normal general process that happens in the economy. Normal general process that happen in the stock market. Remember this point. We don't say share market because एक या दो share तो नहीं बिक रहे ना. A bulk of shares, okay, are being sold. That's why we call it as stock. Just like in a fridge, if there is 1 and 2 tomatoes are there, if your mom asks tomatoes है क्या, what do you say by just seeing 1 and 2? No, mummy, stock नहीं है. Stock नहीं है, you will say like that, right or wrong? Yes. So stock, why you call it as stock? Because shares are in enormous plurality. They are in enormous plurality. That's why we don't call it as share market. We call it as stock market because they are in more in number. Okay, another angle, why the corporates are doing profits. That is what here it is said in the first slide, that currently the corporate profits, like companies profits, are high. It seems corporates means companies which are registered under 1956 Act, amended in the year 2013. If your company is registered under any of these act, either these both are same anyhow, so then you are also a part of corporate sector. You are also a part of what? Corporate sector. Remember this point here. So why the corporates are getting more profit? The first question that we have to answer. They are getting more profit by because in 2020 there was a COVID was there, and in order to boost our economy, in order to give economic stimulus to the ailing economy, Government of India has decided decided to reduce what? Corporate tax. And suppose when the tax is reduced, what will happen to your profits? Your profits will increase or not? Yes. See, I have a company the company name is I can say that the company's name is A. So this company has done 100 crore rupees of profit. On the profit of this company, corporate tax is levied or not? Yes. What is the corporate tax here? Let's suppose corporate tax is 30%. So out of this 100 crores, okay, 30 crores I have to give to whom? Government of India. Right or wrong? In the form of our corporate tax. Then what is my disposable profits? How much I am having? 70 crores. Right or wrong? Yes. Now because of COVID, as a government want companies like me to go for more investment, to go for more economic growth, because employment they have to create and very other social welfare activities they have to do. What they have done is they have decreased the corporate tax. So instead of 30%, they have asking only what, 15%. So now if I have done 100 crore profit, okay, I will be shelling out how much? Only 15 crores I will be giving to government of India. I will be having how much? I will be having 85 crores. So my profits are increased or not? Yes. 70 crore was there before, now I got excessive 15 crore profits. With that, government of India thought that अभी इतने ज़्यादा पैसे आ गए ना इन लोगों के पास, ये लोग और इन्वेस्टमेंट करेंगे और कंपनीज नए नए खड़े करेंगे तो और एम्प्लॉयमेंट क्रिएट होगा. सो वी our economy can run. In economics also there is a law is called as Say's law, SAY, Say's law. It says that, very famous economist he says that supply creates its own demand. Sometimes ऐसा होता है कि demand generally creates what? Supply. If you're demanding something, the business people will try to supply it. If in your locality there is no wonder law is not there, and they have done a survey that अभी यहाँ पे एक सर्वे करना है ये एरिया में. Okay, so like महाराष्ट्र के suppose पुणे में सर्वे करना है and they went the marketing research team, they have went to this particular Pune and they have met with lot of organizations, lot of companies, lot of people, students, everything they have met, and all of them has said that okay, we need a wonder law. नहीं वंडर लॉ होता तो अच्छा होता था. देन टू अफोर्ड द वंडर लॉ, द व्हाट इज द पर कैपिटा इनकम ऑफ पुणे, दिस इज इंपॉर्टेंट और नॉट. यहाँ पे पर मंथ पर एनम कितना कमा रहे हैं ये इंपॉर्टेंट है, राइट, ये इंपॉर्टेंट है. सो पर एनम इफ वॉट एवर दे आर अर्निंग, इफ दैट पर एनम is more than their annual basic needs expenditure, then only they can afford the this amusement activities like wonder law, right. तो per capita income देखना है, अगर ये per capita income is excess of whatever the annual basic requirement expenditures they are having, then they will establish here, right or wrong, then they will establish here. So generally क्या होता है, demand, when demand is there, the companies will supply the product, but the Say's law says okay, supply creates its own demand. You supply the product in the market, automatically people will buy. This is what the government have thought in this particular step. They thought that more and more economic growth could be possible when the corporate tax has been decreased, and these companies will establish new industries, new companies, new factories like that, and automatically more production will happen and people will buy, and with that what happens is overall health of the economy could be regained or restored. But 2020 में जो भी corporate tax reduction was done by the government of India, so it has not created much effect. ज़्यादा effect profits नहीं है corporate tax, because उतना ज़्यादा sale हुआ नहीं. So that's why, because it was a lockdown period, so people are juggling with savings mode में, तो सब लोगों पैसे they don't want to invest, they don't want to spend money in 2020. That's why what happened is, even though corporate tax was reduced, companies did not get much profits because of less demand. But in 2021, reduction of corporate taxes has really worked for them very well. People started spending in 2021, and the profits of the corporate increased. Okay, so one reason for the increase in corporate profit is what? Reduction of corporate tax. So the second reason is production linked incentives. You know that the more production you are doing, the government of India is going to incentivize you more. This is called as production linked incentives. It is generally announced at the beginning of this production linked incentives started with automobile sector. You might be knowing that in 2020 automobile sector has gone to negative growth rate में चले गया था, and many of the automobile companies have left our country. Even today also you can see Ford has went, Harley Davidson has went, so they have left our country because they said that there is no demand for our products and we are not doing very well in the country. Okay, no sales are not there, so demand is not there. Obviously when demand क्यों नहीं है, because of per capita income उतना है नहीं. Okay, and they are not able to access the loans, also. That could be another reason. And loans, they are not able to access the loan. What could be the another reason for this? Formal job नहीं है उनकी, they don't have pay slip, they don't have a contract job, they don't have a reputed job. That's why they are not given loans by the banks also. Maybe because of many reasons हो सकते हैं इसके, so we are not going to the detail of it, but try to understand that यहाँ पे the production links incentives have actually started with the automobile sector से start हुए हैं, right? And the more you produce, the more incentives government will give. So with that what happened, the company started positioning more and more. After the automobile sector, it has went to different sectors also. बहुत सारे sectors में ये scheme आ गई. Okay, then companies, they produces more, they export more, they if there is no demand in the domestic market, they started exporting it, but in and out they did more production, और ज़्यादा प्रोडक्शन करे और ज़्यादा इंसेंटिव्स गवर्नमेंट से लिए. So they got profits. First of all, they got increased profits because of what? Decreased corporate taxes, and that profits has been additionally added with the production linked incentives, right? And before the COVID also, there was very good steps taken with regard to goods and service tax and real estate regulation and development act. Okay, these various provisions, various modifications, okay, which have done in this particular act has actually increased, okay, has actually increased the profits of the businesses. Okay, so these are the reasons the corporates have got what? Lot of profits, remember this point. And when they got lot of profits, it's, if a company, let's suppose a company is doing profit for 2 years continuously, would you like to invest or not? Yes, would you like to invest? Let us suppose a startup is there, within 2 years it has just gained into 10 crore rupees ho gaya uska business, or 50 crore rupees ho gaya business. What you will say? Alright, I will buy his share only, I will buy this company share only because it has done so well in 2 years. It has done so well in 2 years. But the question here is, this company has not done just because, not done because it is having expertise, or it has outcasted their competitors with respect to their product quality, etc. It's not because of this. Actually, the people have not realized that the companies are getting the profits because of these aspects, not just because of the various policies or their product quality, etc. This is actually the problem that we are talking about, and this is why there is a paradox is there. Okay, policies that impacted negatively to the corporate sector. First of all, RBI has lowered the real interest rate. Real interest rate is lowered by RBI by at least 3 percentage point. So 3 percentage, okay, real interest rate is lowered, and inflation is 6 percentage. At this point of time, inflation is 6 percentage. So what happened here is, so how much, okay, on 100 rupees, you are getting the interest, 3 rupees interest, 3% interest you are getting. It means what? 103. But what is the interest, what is the inflation here? 6%, right or wrong? Yes. So 3% actually, on 100 you have to get what? Positive 3%, right? Positive 3 rupees you have to get, means out of on 100 you are earning what? 3 rupees extra. Okay, this 3 rupees extra, okay, has been offset negatively offset by what? 6% inflation. So whatever extra money you have earned, okay, that money is not able to cover the cost of this inflation. Also, inflation is nothing but increase in the prices of goods and services. So you got 3 rupees extra, but this 3 rupees is meaning nothing to you. Why? Because the prices of goods and services increased to 6%. So what happened? On your investment, you have put 100%, you have put 100 rupees, in the bank. Okay, you have to get 103. So what happened? With this 103, after 1 year, you thought, I will buy 10 pencils. I will buy what? 10 pencils with this 103. But what happened? The pencil rate increased. And in 103 rupees, you are able to buy only 9 pencils. With this, what happened? Your investment has been negatively impacted or not? Yes, sir. Right? So ये हुआ था. Okay, this particular policy of the government, RBI has actually negatively impacted the corporate sector. Okay, so एक तरफ से वो लोग को प्रॉफिट्स हुआ था, दूसरी तरफ से नेगेटिवली इम्पैक्ट भी हुआ था. दैट्स व्हाई द ओवरऑल इकोनॉमी एलिंग ही हो गई. एलिंग इज नथिंग बट स्टिल लैगिंग बिहाइंड ऑफ व्हाट वी आर एक्सपेक्टिंग, स्टिल गोइंग एट ए स्नेल पेस. Okay, snail pace. Fine. RBI is astonishingly, RBI is accepting the inflation at a maximum permissible level of 6%. This is also not so good. Okay, I mean, like, not so good in the sense that it is very hard on the public, I mean. But usually, according to the Urjit Patel committee, if you remember, those who are like repeaters, they can properly recollect. Urjit Patel committee has given a concept of what? He has given a concept of inflation targeting. He said the RBI should target inflation in the band of 2 to 6%, and 4% is very good. 4% is the best, he told. Means 4% interest rate over a period of time, the public can bear, the citizens can bear. But beyond 4%, it will be it will be not good on the consumer, and less than 2% it will not be good to the investors. Okay, because they don't see much profits, that's why the investment will slow down here. So that's why the optimum level he has fixed is what, 4%. Now RBI is accepting even 6%, is they are saying okay, it happens, it's no problem at all. Okay, 6% interest rate is hard on the consumer, but 6% interest rate will be what, more better, more profitable to what companies, remember this point. Okay, so my product is of 100 rupees. Okay, my product is of 100 rupees in 2020. In 2021 it became what, 104. It became what, 104. So I am having how much profit? 4 rupees profit is there. But what happened, my product price increased. Okay, and now it is being sold at what, 106. So I'll getting like 6 rupees profit or not? Yes, 6 rupee profit I am getting. So my increased, I have increased my profits or not? Yes, yes, because of inflation. And the more inflation is there in the country, the companies will always say balle balle, they will be always happy. रिमेंबर दिस, ये अभी याद रखो. और मुझे भी पसंद आता है, मेरी भी कंपनी है, अगर इन्फ्लेशन है मेरे प्रोडक्ट का, डेफिनेटली I will be trying to catch up the market, I will trying to catch up that profits or not. Yes, fine. So a big jump in the inflation rate at least initially can benefit the business. Obviously the moment prices increases, what happens is you will get what, more profit. Just now I have explained you the phenomena, it happens, right? So in this particular slide you have seen that why corporates are getting profits, and in this slide you have seen that they are getting what, they are getting some policies of the government actually has negatively impacted their profit. That also is properly said. Custom duties has been increased gradually, means export, like for other countries, like you are having UAE is importing. Okay, the importing duties, import duties has been increased gradually by the what I say is by the RBI. With that, what happened, exporters got benefited. I remember this point, ये भी आप याद रखिए. We can say that in other way around also, no need to worry. Okay, this there has been increased gradually, custom duties has increased gradually by at least 5 percentage points. 5% बढ़ा है what custom duties, in the sense that and they have actually helped exporters. Okay, so the export duty decreased. Okay, so with that, what happened, we can say that the export duty decreased, and import duties, okay, we are like exporting things, and the symbol is ulta here. Okay, from here India it is going export. Okay, fine. For other countries, if I take which country I have to take here, I will take, this is our, okay, just wait a second, I will put in a proper map. Okay, this is our Asian continent, here is India. So our export duties have decreased, and let's suppose Germany is importing from India. Germany is importing, and they are giving us money. Okay, this is like this is the rupees, we are getting the rupees, and we are exporting it. Okay, it means when we are exporting, they are what, importing actually. They are what, they are taking the money, taking the goods from us. So they are importing, and we are getting what, rupees, we are getting money. Obviously the currency will be exchanged here. Fine. So here what happened, import duties, the Germany slowly what happened is 100 rupees articles any German manufacturer imported from our country, 100 rupees article in 2016, what happened, the same article in 2017 he has got it 101. The same article in the year 2018 he has got 102, like that. The same article in the year 2019 he has got 104. The same article in the year 2021 he has got 105. So what happened is, so over a period of time, what is happening, the import duties are increasing in the Germany, so which is unnoticeable by them. So with that, what happened is, a exporter in India will be really very happy, because every year what is happening, there is an increase in his product value, with that what happened, the domestic profitability business of the domestic business profitability increased. Why? Because RBI has taken this particular, the government of India has taken, not RBI, custom duties are generally fixed by the government of India only. So because of that step also, domestic businesses have done very very well. Okay. So, and thereby increasing their prices, and this price is increased because of the currency exchange. RBI is building lot of foreign exchange reserves. Okay, foreign exchange reserve means RBI office में बहुत ज़्यादा पैसा है. They are having dollar, they are having pound, they are having yuan, they are having yen, they are having real, they are having dirham. So lot of foreign currencies there with the RBI. So it has to be exchanged. So if from UK, if anybody wants to buy anything from India, so they will go to RBI, and they will give the bonds to the RBI. RBI will give them, convert them into rupees, and these rupees again they will give to what, the Indian manufacturer. It does not happen that way, because automatically the money gets converted to the banking system only. जाना आना नहीं रहता, but I just told you because we Indians don't expect any of the currency medium apart from what, rupee, right? That's why they have to convert. If they want to buy anything from India, they have to convert and they have to take it, right? So this actually helped the exporter, the custom duties. Overall effect, what happened? See, now the overall effect we have seen, corporate tax was cut. Okay, corporate tax to come kare. PIL was bought. This too has increased the profit of corporate sector. Yes sir, that is also true. Now government needs some money to survive. No, what government has done? Government has increased what, oil tax. So corporate tax to बढ़ा नहीं सकते, because the companies, they thought that these corporate sector companies, they are going to, always remember another point here, corporate sector does not necessarily mean this IT or ITES. Most of the students will think that corporate sector means एक software companies है ना, इसको बोलते हैं. No, corporate sector is like Nestle का manufacturing company, Dabur is also a corporate sector, automobile, Ford company is also a corporate sector. All companies that are registered under the Companies Act of 1956, all of them are called what, corporate sector ही बोलते हैं. Okay, so government has started some new schemes in order to recover our economy. Right, so government should also have some money to work out. No, yes, so what they have done, they have increased the oil taxes. That this tax has really hurt the economy very well. Okay, the industries are like, that 130 rupees petrol, it's getting tall even on me, like पहले तो पहले वीक एक 5 दिन में 1,000 रुपये का पेट्रोल कार में डालाता था. अभी तो कितना हो गया, अभी तो 3-4 दिन में हो जाता. So it now I am feeling the heat of this excessive prices. So you can see that public पे ज़्यादा हो गया. Okay, public पे ज़्यादा hard हो गया. GST RERA acted has already hurt many of the small businesses. So GST and RERA, whatever the provisions were taken before, I have told you, they did good to the corporates. They did what to the corporates, means Jains. तो बड़े बड़े जो डेवलपर्स होते हैं, बड़े बड़े जो कंपनीज होते हैं, फॉर दैट GST exemptions, whatever the GST related compensations were announced by the government of India in 2020, big shorts को फायदा हुआ. So small businessmen have not able to take the benefits of this two particular new modification in this policy. Very low interest rate policy has made the real interest rates negative for the saver. That I have already told you. Very low interest rate means out of 100 rupees I saved in SBI bank, they are giving me only 1 or 3 rupees. They are giving me only 1 or 3 rupees, means they are giving only 3 rupees extra to me after a year. Means saving rate is how much? Only 3%. Saving rate is how much? Only 3%. But what is the inflation in the market? 6%. So मेरा तो पैसा बढ़ के भी it does not increase to me. Really it does not increase to me. It has actually become a burden to me. The investment was futile and the investment does not result in any returns. वो investment पूरा बेकारी हो गया. Rise in import tariff, that's what I have told you just now. Import tariff and the rise in price of dollar have hurt the Indian consumer again. Okay, हम जब import कर रहे तो rise in import tariff and the rise in price of the dollar, which is ever increasing because of oil imports, so has hurt the Indian consumer even more. Jump in inflation rate, maybe they are good for the businessmen, as we have already seen. Okay, jump in inflation, as I've told you that they may help what, they may help the businessmen, but that inflation is very hard on us, it is affecting us a lot. So this is what actually happened. Important reason for the stock market boom क्यों हुआ? Interest rates are kept very low, and interest rate from the banks have kept very low, and people borrowed more money from the banks, as because you know that less interest rate, if the bank is offering loan with the less interest rate, then the consumer will buy more loans. They are having more avenues to do the investment. What they have done, they have started investing in stock market. वो बड़े 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 ज़्यादा बढ़ा दिए. Okay, and second one is we have irrational exuberance lifting prices higher and higher. Irrational exuberance is a very important concept of economy. Here the company will think that if its prices are going its stock prices are going higher and higher, it try to push it more higher and more higher. Okay, feeling that its company is doing more, it is its shares are more marketable, its shares are more demanded by the people, but it is not so. यहाँ पे interest rate कम होने की वजह से he is actually getting what his price of stock is getting was more and more. यहाँ पे interest rate कम होने की वजह से, that is the reason. It's not because, as I've already told you that the company has outperformed the other competitors and it is giving the best product in the economy. ऐसा कुछ हुआ नहीं. So there is no actual qualitative development from that company to the economy. Okay, they did not go for any expansion, etc. That did not happen. The company was in a wrong notion that okay, irrational, without why their stock prices are going higher and higher. So this exuberance, this increase in the stock prices of the company was irrational, and they are like pushing more and more without any logic that why उनके shares क्यों ऊपर जा रहे. They don't have any logic, but what they are doing, they are continuously increasing it. So with this, what happened once the interest rate increased? Okay, so once the interest rate increase and people are unable to invest, and when these companies have gone for elaborate investment, ये पूरे investment करने के बाद में जब interest rate बढ़ जाएंगे, when the interest rate increases, when the people are unable to borrow money, then what will happen when this company releases product after expansion, when they releases the product, who will be able to buy this product? Okay, because they have not got the market share, they have not got the market credibility. Okay, so this is completely like oversighted. Okay, oversighted means ये उनके आँख से ही हट गया कि why actually happened. So lot of money they are generating and they may go for lot of investment, but in future it may happen that the people does not have the money to even buy their products. With that, what happened, the total economy may collapse. This is called as irrational exuberance. Okay, this is what I have told you. Fine. The on the worth of stock, the sudden profits on the worth of stock, okay, is because of what other factors, not because of the qualitative improvement in the company itself. So that is why they are doing what stock market is booming. Okay, now the conclusion is what? The conclusion is very simple. Corporations, okay, government has helped the corporations, but they are not the only disadvantaged sections in business in the country. There are many other businesses are there where the government has to would have given lot of incentives to those companies, small businessmen, micro, small and medium enterprises. They have also looked after it. So the government of India has concentrated more on what corporations, more on what big giants like Nestle, Dabur, Wipro, TCS. Okay, and you can say that I don't know much of it, like Tata also. So corporations are not the only disadvantaged ones, so you have concentrated more on it. The critic was saying, the author was saying that you have given more importance to the corporation, and you have got the schemes like reduction of corporate tax, production link, subsidy link schemes. All these you have directed towards what corporation, but whereas other businesses are also there, you would have concentrated. In any case, in developed countries also, like in USA, UK also, the corporate sector development was revolutionary or evolutionary. Slowly they have came to the zenith. Slowly they have came to the zenith. So higher stock prices of the companies does not mean that we are actually on par with the developed economy. It's not like that. Revolutionary, it's an evolutionary process, not revolutionary. It's an evolutionary process. Slowly corporate sector itself will get to its zenith, and the highest productivity, market credibility, its name and reputation in the market will itself lead to what higher prices in future. It's not necessary that because of some or the other aspect, because of some policy initiatives by the government and also by the RBI, the profits of the companies has increased, and the people are thinking that okay, this company is doing very well, so the prices are of that company, the prices of shares of the company is increasing. ऐसा तो गलत है. Yeah, they said that you should not be in that notion. Competition, ease of entering a business in general, okay, and like ease of doing business in general, okay, and also the businesses related to technology sector, creative distractions have all played an important role. Creative distractions are nothing but a set system of asset system of achieving a name in the market has been disrupted now, has been. So that's what a set system has been replaced by a new system. The old system has been replaced by a new system. Already created system has been replaced by a new system. So that's why we are saying here about creative destruction. Already created system has been destructed and new system has been established. The new system is just because of policy induced, RBI policy induced and fiscal policy induced, okay, related aspects are the reasons for the surge in the stock prices. Okay, not because of competition or not because of you are having large market reach and your product is most sought with regard to these innovative capabilities. ऐसा कुछ था नहीं. Though the government enabled businesses, their attempts, okay, were made to save capitalism from capitalists. This is a very very important slogan. You give more and more, like as like production linked subsidy scheme is there, production linked incentive scheme is there, PIL. यहाँ पे see the people who are having large amount of wealth with them, they can go for more and more production, they can go for more and more expansion, they can produce more and they can take the benefits more from the country, more from the government, right or wrong? Right, so they can take that. But what about the small businessmen? Okay, they are not having that much of money, no, they cannot go for more expansion, they cannot go for more production. So this production linked scheme, okay, will not be actually there. They will not take the benefits of it. Only the large tycoon, the large industries who are having lot of buffer money with them, they can do that particular thing and they can go for expansion, they can take the benefit of it. So it is saying that you have enabled the capitalism, you have enabled the market oriented production process, you have enabled, but you have to make sure that you are also saving capitalism from capitalists. Means only capitalists should not be a part of capitalism. That should not be there. Even you and me, everyone should be a part of what? Capitalism. You should also, it's a free market. No, you should, the industrialist, the tycoon should also produce and the small businessmen like me should also produce. So it should be like overall policy should be catering to overall businesses. Okay, tax GDP ratio was raised substantially over time. So it's basically whenever the government introduces a policy, it has to always see that whether they are getting more tax or not. Because if the tax is generally whether we are getting more tax or not, it is measured by a concept called as tax GDP ratio. So over the years we see that this was our 1 lakh crore of GDP is there, 30% is tax. Then in the next year 1 lakh crore of GDP is there, 35% is tax. So when the tax is increasing with respect to the GDP, when the tax is increasing with respect to the GDP, the government will be very happy. Why? Because government will get what? More money, and with the help of more revenues, government can do what? More public expenditure. They can invest in infrastructure creation, they can invest in what? Energy, they can invest into to achieve housing for all and energy for all. Okay, that they can invest in lot of social welfare activities if the tax is increasing. So government, whenever they induces a policy, it has to look that capitalism is saved from capitalists and tax GDP ratio have to be increased. With that, what happens? The social welfare activities could go very very good. Now what is the conclusion? It is very good that public authorities are interested in economic growth. It is very clear from all the steps taken by the government that they wanted to recover economy. They wanted to recover economy, so they are concentrating on economic growth. But the approach, whatever they have done, need to change. Then we may not get into puzzling situation like an ailing economy and a booming stock. ऐसा हो नहीं सकता. यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा? Stocks are increasing, but what we have seen in our country, did we see economic growth? नहीं दिखे. Did we see all the sectors are performing well? No. Did we see employment rate increase? No. Did we see poverty level decrease? No. So all these are initiatives, all these incentives, all these whatever the benefits given to these companies, okay, which are reflected in the form of what? High stock prices. Okay, if this all is happening, then why this is not happening? Why is it happening? The answer to is that this all happened just because the policy has induced, RBI and fiscal policy induced growth we have seen, but it really normal economy how it will operate, it did not operate in that way. That's why you did not see this way. You did not see this way. Now the second article we are having is a very beautiful article, that is debacle of demonetization. Here the author has clearly told that demonetization is not at all a very phenomenal step taken by the government of India, and it has actually failed. It has actually failed in various aspects, and in this particular article also he has given with examples. On November 8, you can see 2016 500 and 1000 notes has no longer be legal tender. Means when you go to the shop and when you give the 500 rupees of old note, sir I want this, he will not give, because it's not a legal tender. And you legal tender means, okay, you cannot have it also. Legally they are banned. That currency is legally banned. If that currency still exists, what happen? The illiterate people, poor people will be there. No, they will take this 500 and they will think that अरे ये तो बहुत ज़माने से है, तो ये 500 तो money है. They will be taking it. That's why it becomes exploitative on of them. That's why government of India said that a person can have like 2, 3 or 5 notes. I don't know exactly, but you cannot have excess of it. Why? Because that may create problems to the poor and illiterate person and tribal groups. Okay, उनको आप exploit करोगे, पुराने पूरे पैसे दे दोगे, उनके नए पैसे ले लोगे, ये this all will happen, right? So you may buy their crops, you may buy their lands, you may buy their properties by giving the old currency. That's why old currency रखना भी क्या है, एक illegal activity है. Remember this point here. Fine. So it has no longer become a legal tender. तो ये 500,000 रुपए के notes these have become what? Just like a normal piece of paper. Okay. Now the total value of currency affected by this move, okay, was 85%. 85% of the currency which was in circulation got affected. You can say that the apart from 500 and 1000 notes, 20 rupees, 10 rupees, 50 rupees notes, okay, ये तो 15% थे. Okay, because of demonetization, 85% of currency in circulation got affected. Okay. Then you can also see that US Secretary has also commented on this particular demonetization process. He said that this is the most sweeping change in the currency policy that has occurred anywhere in the world in decades. ऐसा कभी decades में नहीं हुआ, ये तो ऐसा पहली बार देखा गया है in decades. Okay, means it's not a normal phenomena that countries will go for such a step. Okay, in decades you will not see such particular thing. The original argument क्या था? Demonetization का original argument क्या था? What was the original argument with regard to demonetization? Bringing back the black money. And why government is interested in the black money? Because government is having a presumption. Government already एक सोच के बैठी है. Government already has imagine that a lot of people are hiding their wealth, and most of them are having lot of unaccountable, means कहाँ से पैसे आया मालूम नहीं, unaccountable, आप उसका account दे नहीं सकते, कहाँ से पैसे आया आपको मालूम नहीं, unaccountable money many people are having. Okay, and this unaccountable money itself is called as black money, and government has done the demonetization process in order to unearth this unaccountable money को बाहर निकालना है. गवर्नमेंट का ये इंटेंशन था. एंड अनअकाउंटेबल मनी, देखो यहाँ पे क्या हुआ, गवर्नमेंट हैज फेल्ड हियर टू इमेजिन दैट व्हाई अ पर्सन विल हैव द अनअकाउंटेबल मनी इन हिज हैंड. दिस अनअकाउंटेबल मनी वॉट एवर इज देयर विद हिम, आइदर ही माइट हैव कन्वर्टेड इनटू एसेट्स, इन इससे लैंड वैंड खरीद लेके वो पूरा इन्वेस्टमेंट, आधा से ज़्यादा इन्वेस्टमेंट तो करी, गोल्ड एक्सेट्रा, ही माइट हैव इन्वेस्टेड इन दिस और नॉट. ओके, अब अगर समझो मेरे पास 100 करोड़ का करप्ट मनी है, मेरे पास 100 करोड़ का करप्ट मनी है, क्या मैं 100 करोड़ रुपए क्या मैं बेड के नीचे रख के सो तो गया एवरी डे? नॉट राइट. आई मे बाई अ कार, आई मे बाई a land, I may buy gold, okay, I may give to somebody else to start the business, etc. So what is the basis of unearthing the unaccountable money? How can you presume, आप assume कैसे कर सकते कि पूरा unaccountable money cash में है? So what you have done, you have taken a very wrong step that was clearly told by the author here. author तो ये बोले कि आपका तो जो मुद्दा था वो तो लॉजिक में सेट ही नहीं हुआ कि अनअकाउंटेबल मनी पूरा कैश में है. दैट कैन बी पॉसिबल. Okay, then he said here that government hesitant to turn them to banks, and most of the the government thought that जिसके पास unaccountable money है, they will not go to the banks, they will not give it. But that is also has become very wrong. Lot of malpractices happen in the banking system itself. You know that Axis Bank के 2 employees पकड़े गए, फिर government public bank के भी पकड़े गए. So all the big shot what they have given money to these people, bank managers etc., and they have got what lot of money, ये जनधन accounts which have been dormant, which have been not active, इसमें पैसे डाल के पैसे निकाले. So आपके जो भी थॉट्स है ना वो पूरे उल्टे हुए. राइट, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आप बोले ब्लैक मनी निकालेंगे बोले, बट ब्लैक मनी पूरा हार्ड कैश में रहता. दिस इज अ वेरी रॉन्ग प्रिजम्पशन. एंड द सेकेंड वन इज दैट okay, all the black money will the people will come with the come to the banks, and there you will get to know that wo jab exchange karne aate you will get to know that how much money is there with people. Okay, but that did not hardly happen because of the corrupt practices of the various banking professional, and because of the usage of Jan account. It is, मैं तो कहीं पढ़ा था कि जनधन अकाउंट was the demonetization was already like a thought process, and जनधन अकाउंट was the प्रीडिसर टू द डिमोनेटाइजेशन. तो पहले गवर्नमेंट क्या करी, जनधन अकाउंट को ज़्यादा पूछ दे के बहुत सारे अकाउंट्स खोल दी, उसके बाद में डिमोनेटाइजेशन कर दी, जस्ट टू सपोर्ट व्हाट दी बिग शॉट्स, बिग फिशेस लाइक टाटा बिरलास, ये जो भी है ना, इनके करप्ट प्रैक्टिसेस को बचाने के लिए जनधन अकाउंट्स फॉर ओपन इन लॉट, सो दैट बैंकिंग ऑफिशियल्स कैन मनूवर देयर मनी थ्रू दिस जनधन अकाउंट. सो इट्स ए सिंक इज देयर, पहले जनधन अकाउंट हुआ, बाद में डिमोनेटाइजेशन हुआ. Okay, so that the dormant and the new accounts which is having like 50,000 तक आपको पैन कार्ड भी बताना नहीं है जनधन अकाउंट्स में. 50,000 you can save and you don't have to like PAN card. So lakh crores of 8 crores of banks accounts has been opened in Jandan Yojana. So you can expect that 8 crores of accounts has been opened in Jandan Yojana. Every account can have 50,000 without any PAN card they can deposit. Without any PAN card they can deposit. So Raju is a poor person. He has got a Jandan account. So if I am a correct person, if I gave him to 50,000, he can go and deposit in this particular account, in his account. And the banking officials cannot ask him कहाँ से आया क्या आया, because that is not the duty. That is not their duty. हम पैसे कहाँ से कमा रहे, bank has no interest. Bank has no interest and bank is not liable. Bank is not like they don't have the right. They don't have the right to ask us कि कहाँ से पैसे आए, आप क्यों deposit नहीं कर रहे. They cannot ask. Okay, and when Raju went and deposited in the bank also, bank happily took it and without any PAN card. किन के नाम पे, तो ये फिर deposit करे, ये फिर deposit करे, and like that you can understand that the total demonetization process, which was black money, वो तो हुआ नहीं. The author has clearly said that. Okay, then when the government was at the back step, then what happened here is after we have given this particular reason and this particular reason, after we have given this, what happened, government has said that no, it is not for black money, ये black money के लिए नहीं था, it is for what, cashless economy. It is for what, cashless economy. Now they have changed the narrative itself, because what they actually wanted to do, that did not really work out for them. That's why they changed the narrative and they said that we are going for a cashless economy. So now the question is, why you want to go for a cashless economy, okay, in this manner, by putting lot of people into such much of chaos. Old people, okay, was like you can see that old people are standing in the line, and you are just put the limit of 2,500, then 4,500, and the supply of the new currency notes also not regular. Because of that, 2-3 months people are hardly getting. 15 months 4,000 5,000 rupees they are able to get. Okay, malnutrition was there. Okay, the people who use that particular money only for majorly for the survival needs purpose. They have not used it for any of the nutritional needs. Okay, वो फिर fruits, vegetables खाना भी बंद कर दिए. Why? Because next time they have to again go for this big line, and again they have to wait there, again they have to take that amount, and मिलता नहीं मिलता, हो जाता, ATMs are not having, etc. Again you have to go to the bank, and banks are also not having. So without properly assessing the requirement, and requirement of प्रिंटिंग दी करेंसी कितना चाहिए अपने को, ये असेसमेंट बिना करे आप ये स्टेप कैसा उठाए. बिकॉज ऑल ऑफ द पुअर पीपल विल कम एंड दे विल एक्सचेंज देयर मनी, एंड दे लिव ऑन दैट मनी. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल दे लिव ऑन दैट मनी. ये मनी में, यही पैसों में वो जीते हैं. तो आप करेंसी प्रिंट इतना क्यों नहीं करें? Why didn't you print the currency so that you would have avoided this social chaos? Okay, आप तकलीफ नहीं दे सकते थे, आप which you have given it. So that is what the author has also said. And here if you want to go for cashless, why this ruckus again? So anyhow GST was introduced in 2016, and GST has almost like formalized the indirect taxation system, right or wrong. So it is in a way like they are going for cashless only. They're going for what? Cashless only. And you would have whatever the GPay, PhonePe you have used now, the same you would have used before also. The same you would have allowed the Paytm, you would allow the Paytm, you would have allowed the GPay, PhonePe. Okay, these companies, why they have come after demonetization only? Why didn't you allow these companies to be a part of this transaction process, buying and selling process before only? Okay, इससे भी आप cashless बना सकते थे. Okay, if you're having this particular reason to make the cashless, you can make the cashless. Anyhow, the companies are under cashless only with the help of GST, and these particular make the people also cashless, right? So why the need of demonetization? The question is again asked by. Okay, and so here you can see here. Right here, the Reserve Bank of India in annual report of 2019 settled the first issue, concluding that it reported that approximately 99% of affected money supply was deposited into the accounts with commercial bank. So जितना भी पैसा था country में वो पूरा deposit हो गया, whatever was deposit. So there is a black money then. Okay, where is the black money? So Reserve Bank of India in their clearly report they said that whatever the money is there in the circulation, 95% are deposit in the bank. अभी कहाँ पे है पैसा बताइए? Okay, right. This is a question asked by the author. What about the predicted move towards the less cash? Less cash is nothing but being online made payments, whatever I have told you, that is all about it. Okay, electronic payments, etc. There was no need for the secrecy implicit in hurried announcement of demonetization. आप क्यों इतना hurriedly demonetization announce करें? Okay, without taking the proper steps. Okay, you would have simply achieved by amendment of income tax act requiring all large value transaction to be made by the check or electronic. आप खुद ही बोल देते थे कि all large transaction more like just like in the gold shop. मैं परसों gold shop गया था तो they said that sir if your article is more than 2 lakhs then you have to pay with the pan card, you have to give your pan card and you have to give your banking details like that, and you have to do with the check or the online payment only. The gold person has told me, the jewelry person has told me. Then you can understand that if you made it this way, then it would have been cashless only. Slowly if you have made it cashless also, that's not an issue. Why demonetization? Finally we come to claim that demonetization would lead to an increase in the indirect tax payment. अब ये भी हुआ था कि गवर्नमेंट अगेन चेंज इज नेरेटिव. पहले ब्लैक मनी बोले, ब्लैक मनी का रीजंस दे नहीं सके एंड द फैक्ट्स केम आउट वेरी बैड. दैट्स व्हाई demonetization and black money relation they have abandoned this particular narrative and they have taken the another narrative like cashless बनाना था इसलिए डिमोनेटाइजेशन करे. एंड वी हैव गिवन द रीजन जस्ट नाउ दैट ये भी तो डिमोनेटाइजेशन के बिना भी कर सकते थे. देन व्हाई डिड यू गो फॉर डिमोनेटाइजेशन? सो दे कैन नॉट गिव द रीजन फॉर दिस ऑल्सो. नाउ दे सेड दैट नो इट इज़ बिकॉज ऑफ वी वांट टू इंक्रीज व्हाट डायरेक्ट टैक्स पेमेंट. जो कॉर्पोरेट टैक्स जीएसटी एंड ऑल है ना, वो पूरे आपको डायरेक्टली टैक्स पेमेंट्स इंक्रीज करना है. सो देन हियर द ऑथर इज सेइंग दैट the ratio of direct tax collection to the national income rose only marginally in 2016 in the year of demonetization. But higher rates has been achieved earlier. उससे पहले तो demonetization में जितने collect हुए marginally increase हुए, but more than that also direct taxes was collected in the previous years also. तो ऐसा क्या बड़ा नया what new change you have done here? What new change you have done? It's not that कि GST के बाद ही और any of the demonetization के बाद ही आपको direct tax payments have increased in your coffins, in your revenues, right? It's not like that. Okay, more than that also direct tax payments have been accumulated more than that in the previous years also. Then what is the logic that you are using here? Then the author is saying that समझो आप कि हर चीज़ का author के पास एक properly understanding है. It continued to rise marginally for 2 years more, but this cannot confidently be attributed to demonetization alone. The goods and service tax introduction in 2007 may have not the potential income tax assessors to comply with the law. So the author said that आपके पास जो भी डायरेक्ट टैक्स पेमेंट जो भी मार्जिनली इंक्रीज हुए, इट्स नॉट नेसेसरी दैट इट इज़ बिकॉज ऑफ डिमोनेटाइजेशन. जीएसटी तो इंट्रोड्यूस करे थे. इन जीएसटी एवरीवन हैज़ टू बी डेफिनेटली डूइंग एवरीथिंग. ओके, इट्स अ वेरी सिंपल टैक्स सो दैट इट रिमूव कैस्केडिंग इफेक्ट. इट बिकम्स ईजियर फॉर दी कॉर्पोरेट्स टू file their taxation because it's a one tax and proper certainty is there and tax rates are known. So it will so a person who is like can easily get into what GST system. तो आपको जो भी मार्जिनली इंक्रीज हुआ, वट एवर द मार्जिनल इंक्रीज दैट यू हैव सीन, वट एवर यू आर सेइंग दैट इट इज बिकॉज ऑफ डिमोनेटाइजेशन, इट्स कैन नॉट बी ऑल ट्रू, राइट? इट कुड बी ऑल्सो वॉट इट कुड बी ऑल्सो बिकॉज ऑफ GST इंट्रोडक्शन. ओके, रिवर्सिंग ग्रोथ एक्सेलरेशन. देन with not a single one of the claims made it for living materialized. Okay, इतने claims करे अभी तक एक भी डिमोनेटाइजेशन नैरेटिव पे नैरेटिव चेंज करते गए, बट व्हाट हैपेंड इज नथिंग, वन ऑफ द इवन नॉट इवन वन क्लेम हैज बीन मटेरियलाइज, एक भी क्लेम मटेरियलाइज नहीं हुआ. ऑल द नरेशन, ऑल द ऑब्जेक्टिव्स हैज फेल्ड miserably, cited by the author. In 2016 to 17, India's economy did register a slight increase in the rate of growth. Okay, this may appear to validate the action, but it does not. It explained by the fact that growth of agriculture sector registered a positive growth rate, as agriculture yield is weather related, the economic condition. It is in this paragraph. अभी बोले कि बाद में देखो economic growth हुआ because of demonetization. Then the author was saying that ये तो slight increase हुआ, slight increase was there, and that increase is because of what? Agriculture yield grown over 7% on that year because of the good climatic condition. So whatever the growth was there, that most of the growth was contributed by the agriculture, because agriculture तो ऐसा नहीं है कि demonetization effect होगा. Agriculture is one sector which is dependent on what? Climate. So climate अच्छा होगा तो agriculture production अच्छा होगा, right or wrong? So it has no relation with demonetization at all. So increased agriculture yield is also has also contributed to the growth rate. Okay, तो फिर ये भी narration उनका फिर wrong हो गया. Government cannot give explanation for this also. So the author ultimately have said that it is like a government haphazardly has done a surgical strike. बस गवर्नमेंट भी ये बताना था कि हम आए हैं, हम डिमोनेटाइजेशन, हम ब्लैक मनी निकालेंगे. It just have become a political vendetta, just nothing but to woo the people that we are against black money. So उनका जो भी promise था etc वो fulfill करने के लिए they have done this hasty step about demonetization, which has totally ruined the economy. That is what the article has said. Okay, fine. This is all about the today's lecture. I hope that you loved it. Please share as much as you can. If you are being fast, you can write in the comment section. I will be slow. That's not an issue. Okay, if you are having any doubts, please mention in the comment section. I will be more happy to help you out. Thanks a lot. Bye bye. Take care.